What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be going over some cards that we got last year that would kind of fit the mold in this new kind of glitched season that we are going to see here in a couple of days. So now obviously these aren't probably going to be the exact cards, but let's say we see a retro set in the next season that is kind of the glitch, has that glitch kind of mindset behind it. I'm just gonna go over some of the cards that we could see and kind of what, some possibilities, some different possibilities for you guys in this video today. But before we dive into each and every one of those, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 60,000 subscribers. Around this time last year is when we first started seeing these kind of out of position players, right? March 6th, that's when the 250K tournament was this year, is when we saw our first real out of position player, okay? And that's point guard Giannis. Now, when I say real out of position player, we had the Diamond Ben Simmons that could play point guard before this, but you look at this Giannis card, guys, he was incredible. Now, we're on MTDB, so it's not as, high quality, but he had an 84 3 ball. He could get range, 97 driving dunk. Like, if this Giannis was in R2K, he would be by far and away the best. He would be my point guard. There's no doubt about it. And just think, like, we're already past this time. Like, we definitely are already past this time. And so that's the thing for me, is it's like we're past the time, and Giannis had those badges. And so it's just crazy to me. Even if we got this exact Giannis card, guys, on day one, he would probably be my starting point guard. He had 97 speed, 96 lateral quickness. Like, he was absolutely ridiculously good. And obviously at 6'11", he's a card that we could see in the next season. Now, point guard Giannis, do I expect this exact same card? Maybe not. But if they did, let's say, release like a retro set and Giannis was a part of it, I would absolutely love that. Like, that Giannis brings up some very good memories for me, just because I used him for a very, very, very long time, okay? So then obviously in this, we didn't see, I don't think, any out of position players. We did see a Galaxy Opal Kareem. So not to say they're going to follow this exact same order, but look, we're going to get a Kareem decently soon too. The next card that I'm going to talk about today is this point guard Ben Simmons, okay? Not to say any of the rest of these are out of position cards. We'll talk about Jonathan Isaac later, but this point guard Ben Simmons, now he was an Evo card, but when he got Evo'd up, guys, his three ball was incredible. I think his three ball got to a 90, I think, if I'm correct. He got Hall of Fame range. And him and Giannis changed the game because you ran them both at point guard. And you didn't have a point guard less than 6'10" on the court. So it was kind of ridiculous to think that we had Ben on one hand and then Giannis on the other hand. Now, do I expect both of these same cards in Season 6? I expect both the same point guards. Yes, absolutely. Now, do I expect them to have the, same stats and everything like that? Not necessarily. But all I'm going to say is expect a point guard Ben Simmons and expect a point guard Giannis at some point next season. Now, I don't know when our next kind of big drop was. We're going to go to the Campus Legends set. I don't know if any of these were out of positions, but again, we got another tall point guard in Magic Johnson. So you guys could kind of see the tide starting to turn late March, early April last year, and it's kind of the same thing, right? We also got a point guard Jarrett Culver, so if he wins the locker code thing, hey man, watch out. We'll probably see a point guard Culver at the start of next season if he does win that thing as well. So moving on from the Campus Legends set, we obviously got Spotlight Sims, which are super fire. I don't know if any of these, we got another tall point guard and Oscar. Don't think any of these were out of position either. So it was a little bit until we saw our next out of position player. Fan favorites was incredible, but again, y'all see the glitchness here. You get Taco Fall Galaxy Opal. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's necessary, but he's a part of a glitch player, right? You're looking at a guy who's what, 7'5". If they give him like a three ball good speed, like he could be a part of a glitch set. It doesn't necessarily have to be out of position. Same thing with Bobo, right? If they make a Bobo that can play power forward at 7'2" and make him very, very fast, we're looking at another card who is very, very cheesy. Bonga point guard. We could see another cheesy Bonga point guard. Boban, another card. They just add him to the glitch kind of memo that we've gone over so far. Now, obviously, a lot of these were late March, so we're already basically past that time in 2K. So this is when things kind of started to get super interesting. I don't think any of these were glitch players. So we got Justice Winslow who could play point guard. You just started to see a lot more of these guys that taller that can play point guard, right? And so that's just kind of we're going to start to see Luka, Porzingis. I don't think any of these were glitched players. Obviously, we saw a Pink Diamond Dino. And honestly, if we get a Dino, our next Dino card really might be a shooting guard. I'm not going to lie to you. Imagine having a Dino at shooting guard. That would be absolutely incredible. But just kind of, you can start to see kind of where the content started to come from, what we started to see these cards. Obviously, the Spotlight Sims last year, I was never a huge fan of. But then we got a Flash 5 set. And here's the thing, guys. Here's where we saw another glitched card. So, I'm telling you guys, it just fits the trend, right? We saw a ton come out around this time last year. A lot's gonna be the same this year, right? I know I was saying Ben Wallace is shooting guard. He was a small forward, power forward, but still, if we get a Ben Wallace with his same, let's say they don't change his stats outside of his 3-ball and give him small forward eligibility, you're looking at one of the best cards in the game on 2K21. Like, you truly are. The Ben Wallace we just got, that was a free card. If they leave his defensive stats the same and just give him some shooting badges as well as that same release, as well as a better 3-ball, he is going to be incredible. And there's no doubt about it. But like I'm saying with Shaq, we're not that far off of getting a better Shaq. And if we get another glitch Shaq card, he will be absolutely incredible. There's no doubt about it. Let's look at this Shaq card. The only downfall about this Shaq card, guys, was his release. Like, mid to upper 90s stats and everything. So I know a lot of people are saying, like, we're getting these juice cards, this and that. This is why I don't think David Robinson's worth grinding for. Because whether we get a Kareem, whether we get a Shaq, like, guys, look at his stats. 99, 98 driving dunk, 93 ball, 94 speed, 88 lateral quickness. You guys want to see his badges? Look at the badges Shaq got last year, guys. 42 Hall of Famers, Hall of Fame range, quick draw, flexible. Like, he was absolutely incredible for the time we were in. And you guys want to know when Shaq got released? It was early April. So that's just kind of what to expect coming soon, guys. We're getting to the point where 2K is going to go crazy. Then we saw a Flash 6. Okay, guys, another set that was glitched. It was just another glitch set, guys, which you guys see a Jokic card, a Flash glitch Jokic card. Hidu, 6'10" point guard. So in this kind of season that we're in, guys, expect a lot of point guards above 6'10", whether it's Jokic, whether it's Hidu. Heck, it might even be Shaq. We might even get anybody. Like, we could even get like a Ben Wallace that can play point guard. Expect the unexpected. Here we got a Jokic card. This point guard, I never liked him, but just another 7-foot point guard that could do it all. Now, I just didn't like the way his lateral quickness was and the way he moved, but just another guy that we could possibly see here in this next season. Another card that we saw that, I mean, it's kind of a glitch card is Yao Ming. We've already seen Yao, who is okay, but let's say we get a Yao Ming that's actually fast, can actually shoot the ball. He doesn't even need to be out of position. He can just be a flash glitch player in himself. And not all these players necessarily have to be glitched terms. If they have better stats, you know, whatever the case may be, you can basically say they're a glitch card. That kind of was it until the end of April. And remember, this is going to go till the start of May. So then, you know, we're going to go down here and just kind of show you guys another out of position set we got, which was Thon Maker point guard, LeBron point guard, Draymond point guard. So here's when things got very, very hectic, right? We've already seen Ben Simmons. We've already seen Giannis. We've already seen, you know, all these guys that can have point guard eligibility. And then now we get a 7-foot Thon Maker card. Now, this Thon Maker, I think, had the Pro 3 movement on the back, was 7 feet tall, had, I think, a great release. I don't remember exactly what it was. 95 3-ball, 91 speed. Now, obviously, defensively, he wasn't that good, but guys, he has basically he has 90 stats and everything you need. Badge-wise, guys, look, he's just incredible. 40 Hall of Famers. So, it's just going to get absolutely hectic here this next season. We also saw a point guard, LeBron. Expect all of these cards in next season. I'm telling you, it's flash glitch for a reason. We saw all of these last year within a month and a half span. Now, this Bron was basically an endgame card. This card you could use until the GOAT Bron came out, and I did. I used this Bron basically till endgame. So a lot of people are questioning, you know, is Luka endgame? I mean, maybe, but then when you get a Thon Maker with 40 Hall of Fame badges, you're going to really rethink it. So this Bron, honestly, because of the dribble glitch last year, he was my point guard really till end game. But that's just another guy to throw in there. And then Draymond, guys. This guy went for super, super cheap. And Draymond just kind of got overlooked because, he's a point guard and you couldn't really play make with him. But just expect not necessarily these exact cards, but expect things like a point guard Ben Wallace possibly. Just anything. Dennis Rodman at shooting guard, Russell Westbrook at center, Spud Webb at center. Like I said, you could just see literally anybody at any position. So that's kind of the out of position set we saw. Then obviously the Galaxy Open rewards, we saw some good rewards, nothing really out of position. We did see a shooting guard KD, but that's not too crazy. Like, we don't have a shooting guard KD yet, in 2K, I don't think, but that's not too far off of the radar. Then obviously we saw Glenn Rice, which obviously had base 98. That's one more thing to kind of expect in this next content drop, or not content drop, the next season. Expect these cards to have better releases, whether it's on very quick or whether they have, you know, base 98. And then here's where we obviously saw shooting guard Danny Granger. We saw an Eddie Curry that could really do it all. Mirasan, another card that could be released in this glitch set because he is 7'7". And then obviously we're going to go to this fan favorites 2 set. Now this was probably the last set that we're going to cover today on this specific video. We might just go over some cards pretty briefly down the road, but we saw a J.R. Smith that can play point guard. Now that's not even that out of position, but just another option who is 6'6" that can play the point guard position. So just expect a lot of these types of things in 2K. Expect to start to see more like of these fan favorite sets, more of the retro sets, and a lot of these just cards just being out of position. That's truly what I do expect out of this. Just a lot of these cards to be out of position. And guys, last year on May 15th, which we're not going to be that far off of, guys. Let's say the season is 45 days long. At the start of season 7, we might see our first GOAT card. Last year was MJ, who could play point guard again. Scotty could play point guard. We're not that far off. Just expect, obviously, a lot of these out of position cards, like you guys can see MJ. Expect MJ's next card to have point guard eligibility, and honestly, MJ's next card could be a GOAT card. So it's just kind of something to think about. I think MJ was he our first Dark Matter? I don't know exactly if he was or not, but I'm pretty sure he was one of the first Galaxy Opals as well, and so they always like to drop MJ pretty early on. So if we do get a GOAT MJ at the point guard position, we could see that possibly as our level 40 reward. Now I'm not gonna say that for sure, but we possibly could see Michael Jordan as our level 40 reward, a GOAT point guard card. Now, I think they're going to save that for the start of Season 7 in packs, but I'm just saying we could see stuff like that. Scottie Pippen, again, point guard eligibility. So just expect not to expect these, but just kind of assume we're going to see not necessarily these exact same cards, but I wanted to show you just some of these, right? Because T-Mac point guard's not that far off. Again, I expected Dark Matter T-Mac just at shooting guard first, but we're not that far off of getting a point guard. T-Mac, again, Unsell that can play point guard. Like all of these cards, guys, Dirk that can play shooting guard. Look, 2K can get crazy with cards. We saw it last year. In March, April, May last year is when things got hectic. We didn't really get that hectic in 2K this season. We really didn't. They were saving it for next season. So next season, that's when I honestly had the most fun in 2K, is when we started seeing like the point guard, Thon Maker. That's when I started having real fun in 2K. So hopefully it's as fun this year, guys. And I just wanted to go over kind of some of the cards that we saw last year and what we could possibly see this year. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a comment down below. Which glitch player would you guys like to see most? Would you guys like to see a Shaq that can shoot? Would you guys like to see a Shaq that can play point guard? What would you like to see? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.